Back to British Stand. Sorry about my late arrival. I was meant to stream about 3 minutes ago. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I've got this weird thing, light issue. I'm currently on the road. I'm back in the office tomorrow. So just bear with me with this weird beam of light that just keeps on coming down. I couldn't quite sort it out. However, we have got some important stuff to discuss. I know a lot of people on this channel have been pretty frustrated with the direction, of course, that reform have been going on. We've started to hear a lot of backtracking. We've started to hear certain things come out, of course, of the party. However, they may have just made a huge U-turn and may actually get people on side. Yes, of course, Reform are currently holding a conference, I suppose, for women, Reform for Women, it's being branded as. And just over the last few minutes, one of Reform's MPs, Sarah Polkin, at the live press conference has stated that they will deport every illegal immigrant who sets foot on our shores and all illegals housed across the country. Now, this is a different stance to what we've heard from Nigel Farage say over the last few months. He said it's politically impossible to do and stated that's not something that they were going to be going after. Let's have a little watch of the footage. We'll react. I'll take your thoughts and opinions on this down there in the comment section below. But guys, as always, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And let's have a little look what has been said.
A Reform government will stop this betrayal of our women and girls. We will deport every illegal immigrant that sets foot on our shores. We will deport all illegal immigrants housed in hotels up and down this country. We will do everything we can to ensure that those dispersed in the HMOs are found and deported. We will deport all foreign national offenders in our prisons, ensuring that when they do get out, they are not free to walk on our streets. We will instruct our police to respond to every inappropriate sexual behaviour call by migrants against our women and girls. We will empower our Immigration Enforcement Division to detain them, to deport them, to raid town centre businesses along the way. And of course, we have to, and Reform will, leave the ECHR and put an end to the lucrative merry-go-round of human rights-based appeals. We will stop this madness. It is a matter of national security, and only a Reform government will protect women. Thank you.
So that is something that clears a lot of things up from a Reform perspective. Now, look, listen. Again, I do take a lot of things what Nigel says with a pinch of salt. Again, I'm not. I do like Nigel a little bit. You know what he stands for, but I do think he flip-flops around certain things. Says one thing, says says something completely opposite. Pretty much like most politicians in Britain. And I have been kind of on the fence with regard to some of the policies that Reform have been putting in and potential, talk about this, that and the other. I absolutely do believe the closest crocodile to the canoe is, of course, stopping the boats. But mass deportations have to be a must. Over the last week, we've seen 1,100 small boat migrants come into the country. We've seen, I think, a record number this year. We're not even through the year yet, but 26,000 that have come over illegally from one safe country to another safe country, that being, of course, Britain. And those individuals are being held at the taxpayers' expense in HMOs, in asylum hotels, and all of these kind of things. And these individuals, 26,000 of them, that we don't know who they are, we don't know where they're from, we don't know what their past is, they need to be dealt with and need to be deported. Now, I don't like this world in which we're starting to think we're almost giving amnesty to individuals from the day someone comes in. So if you're talking about Reform coming into Parliament in 4 years' time, Labour aren't going to get the grips of our borders. Are you really going to think, what, if we're on average 26,000, I mean, it's not even through the year yet, we're not the whole way through the year, but let's say for argument's sake it's 30,000 a year, times by 4, another 120,000 over the next 4 years, including the ones that have already stayed in. you're talking a large number of individuals that would have been given amnesty if they weren't going to be doing mass deportations. So this is a move in the right direction. This is a huge announcement because it's never really been clear from Reform. Yes, they've said many times that they're going to leave the ECHR. Yes, they've said many times that they are going to be stopping the boats. We've heard that many times. But when it comes to the term mass deportation, when it comes to the subject of getting rid of foreign criminals and illegal migrants, in fact, they did say something on foreign criminals, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. But with regard to the subject in particular of mass deportations and getting already the illegal immigrants that are already in the country, it's always been flip-flopped around. And actually, Nigel has said many times that it's a political impossibility. So this is a huge U-turn. However, we've got to take it with a pinch of salt at times as well. But if you are a Reform voter, you'll be very happy with that. It sounds promising. It's a bold stance that does sound promising. It's something that, again, a lot of people would be able to get behind. But will they deliver on their tough talk? That's the question. Will they deliver on their tough talk? So I leave that, I suppose, to you guys in the comment section below. Would they be able to deliver on that? Is it just words for the media? But what I would say, and I've gave Reform a lot of criticism over the last couple of months, and I'm going to admit it, very good positivity, I suppose, coming from that. But my one reservation is, will they be able to deliver on their tough talk? It does sound promising, but will they be able to deliver? Let's get into the live chat, guys, and see what people are saying. I just want to see. Ryan says, Nigel is full of promises. The Keir was before we all voted in. See, a lot of people are not liking this one. May says lie after lies. And then, of course, we've got Advance UK supporters coming in saying Advance UK all of the way. So I suppose at this moment in time it's a case of who do you believe will actually get the job done. But the jury's still out for everybody, guys. We've got 4 years to go. But yeah. People seem to think it can just be done. It can't. But of course, the British don't think they are mostly thick. Dutchman says, I don't trust Farage or Reform, slagging off Tommy. I see a lot of this coming through the live chat. Advance UK, by the way, do have a very big support that I'm starting to see emerge, especially on social media. A lot of people, advocating for Advance and want to give them a shot. I do want to see, is there any Reform supporters that are, again, pretty happy with this? I'm seeing a lot of anti-Reform and a lot of people saying Advance UK. But I want to see someone that actually necessarily believes in the words that are being said here by the Reform Party. Because I'm starting to see all this kind of coming in the live chat. I don't trust Farage and Youssef. Vote Advance UK and get our country back now. Dream Chaser says Farage is a gatekeeper. So a lot of criticism towards Nigel Farage and the Reform Party. But I do want to see. For those of you just tuning in, basically Reform have said that they are going to be doing mass deportations. They are going to be deporting everyone that is here illegally in the country. And as you may already know, we've heard Nigel say time and time again that it's a political impossibility to do such thing. Sheena says, I don't believe them. They change their minds like the weather. I can't get past what he has said and he hasn't got a backbone. Andrew makes a good point. God bless, my brother. Isn't it funny that this came out as the Advance UK membership has almost reached 29,000? Well, we know it's a landmark point when Advance do reach 30,000 members. It's a huge moment, of course, because they're going to be recognised as an official party. So Yeah, I mean, look, they must see that a lot of people are sort of heading towards the advanced way, and they want to see that, a lot of things that political parties do is jump on tidal waves, jump on waves where they're going to be getting support and saying the right things to make sure that they get the right numbers of support. And yeah, you make a very, very good point there, Andrew. You can tell it's summer, the flip-flops are out, lol. Trump has proven it can be done. Absolutely, it can be done. The thing with Nigel Farage, when he was in that interview initially, saying that it's a political impossibility, you can't just do that. That doesn't mean that you can do... Yes, you may not be able to gather 100% of the illegal migrants currently residing in the country, but it doesn't mean that you don't try. If you put up an operation on and you got 50% of those out, then the country's already in a better place. And you keep on going to try and get that number as close to zero. Of course, it's an impossibility to get every single individual out, but it doesn't mean you don't try, and it doesn't mean that you don't at least get that number as close as you can to zero. If you got 50% out after one operation, that is a huge, huge step in the right direction. It would also save the taxpayer a lot of money and probably make our country a really, really safe place. There you go. Gunja says, vote reform, give them a chance. I will be. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Do let me know your thoughts on this one. It is a huge U-turn from what we've been hearing coming out of the Reform Party when it comes to mass deportations. I'm interested to see if any of you do believe the tough talk. Can it be done? Will they do it? Or are they just doing it for the cameras? Or are they just saying what the people want to know? Will they be able to facilitate doing such mass deportations? Again,